Ayefo Yamama Kwaba Ediba Vimbas TV. So en ran opa and yet sad news be say Ketasco's 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz finalist for Bako Nani D James Lutterodt has been poisoned to death. Just this particular news trendy across most blogs in Ghana. Ebinum so a rumor say enye poison mum food poisoning. I bet me aye aduane bi enyinya ene ho niema odi to death. Finally, ne papa a friend of Philip Lutterodt ababe kasa emro ni City News twetwe nkomo na chese yen.com for file this particular report. Now, say NIN for a Troy. Almost say NSMQ, National Science and Maths Quiz star. James Lutterodt's father reveals he was not the one vomiting in the viral video. In a recent development on issues surrounding the untimely demise of James Lutterodt, the acclaimed Ketasco National Science and Maths Quiz star, his father, Philip Lutterodt, has come forward to clarify misinformation regarding a viral video. Contrary to popular belief, Mr. Lutterodt affirmed that the viral video, which showed someone vomiting blood, did not feature his son. Instead, he clarified that his son struggled with breathing difficulties. As a father, it hasn't been easy. I noticed something was wrong with him when he came on vacation in April 2023. I promptly started attending to his health concerns and we conducted numerous tests to determine the cause of his illness until he passed away yesterday morning, Mr. Lutterodt said in an interview with City News. Mr. Lutterodt expressed the immense difficulty he faced as a father and the family's effort to address James' health concern. Despite their effort, James tragically passed away on Monday morning. Having contributed significantly to Ketasco's impressive performance in the 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz, James was pursuing his studies in computer science at the University of Ghana. His sudden and tragic demise has left void in the academic community and in the hearts of his loved ones and supporters. yen.com per reporter Omutroy and Omuchemu say Philip Lutterodt, James Lutterodt, this promising National Science and Maths Quiz star we ono ene papa chese wabechiremu say enye say food poisoning and a poison ene ku ne ba na emom difficulty in breathing chese ohome a otaite yaw no see after say oba fie from school no ena chese o notice say yare we ha no chese o ye ne hu bibia say omo betimi asa akwara ne yare ne nso ambe yi ama chese this promising kid ewu or say it wasn't easy chese omo ye bibi omo betimi aye na Monday anopa ena chese shockingly no this promising James Lutterodt ewuye. Inti contrary to their blogs, food poisoning, they are poison or no, that wasn't the case. Ne papa say a breathing difficulty. We any update about na answer na ebekono. Mumie the last interview or year after say said or shiny year 2021 National Science and Maths Quiz mu. Therefore I drink chair comment section no. And my yeka will say subscribe to our YouTube channel, Vimbas. Yeah, that's it.
So you can shout. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm James Lutterodt, and I'm currently in University of Ghana studying computer science. Yes.
All right. So you were telling us a bit about yourself, where you stay now, where you want to school, you're in Ketasco, and how the experience at Ketasco like.
So I live in Tema, but I went to school in Ketasco, and it was a nice experience. I eventually was selected to represent them at the national level of the National Science and Maths Quiz. Yes.
So how was it like participating in the National Science and Maths Quiz? Now you really have to scream. How was it like? How was the experience like?
It was a lot of fun and excitement, and we had to work hard behind the scenes before coming to stage in order to represent the school. I mean, you are representing the whole school, so you have to work very, very hard in order to send your school to a high stage. Yes, and NSMQ gave me a lot of lessons, and let me say, it gave me a lot of exposure. So first of all, it gave me exposure to the crowd, how to manage crowd and all that. and also give me exposure to the media. That was after NSMQ. So yeah, all the interviews that we went for, yeah, it gave me a lot of media exposure.
Okay.
Yes.
So what are you studying now, and how is it like?
I'm studying computer science, and it's a very cool course, but quite stressful. And when I was a kid, I was quite familiar with the computer. So growing up, I developed passion for it, and it informed on my decision to come and do computer science in the university.
Okay. So how is university life like? Please speak a bit loud.
University life is cool, and it's also a lot of fun. And here, because of NSMQ, I had to study ahead of my mates back in SHS. So coming here, studying has been a lot easier. So I know some of the things ahead before the electricity. So it's quite okay. Yes.
Nice. And your friends who competed, where are they now?
Okay. So Bright is in Tech. That's KNUST.
Sure.
And Francisca was here, but she had admission to Harvard.
Okay.
So she will be going out to study pre-medicine.
Okay.
It's in Harvard.
Okay. Yeah, so what is your story? And when I say what is your story, I'll break it down. How did you get into Ketasco? Which GHS were you in Ketasco? How did you get to become part of the team? What is the story behind James's rise to the finals?
So actually, it has always been my dream to win the NSMQ. So I got into NSMQ when I was in junior high school. So I started watching contests, and a contest which made me make my decision was a contest between Adisco and St. Peter's. It was Adisco. So Adisco were performing really well 2018 in the NSMQ. So it informed my decision to partake in NSMQ and also win it. But unfortunately, Adisco didn't win it that year. But they really performed well. So from there, I went to Newland schools in Ashaiman. So from there, and I went to Ketasco High Technical School. So I was still carrying that dream. So eventually, I was selected into the team, and I had to work hard to make my dream possible. And I was selected to represent my school, and we worked hard to reach the finals. But unfortunately, we couldn't win it. But it's still my desire for my predecessors to also win it for me. Yes.
You mean those who come after you?
Yes. Yeah. Those who come after me to win it for our school. Yes.
So your successors?
Yes.
Those who come after? Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Yes, my successors.
Yes. So how difficult is it, and did you face any challenges? In terms of learning, people normally will ask, like, learning for NSMQ and other things. How difficult was it? Did you face any challenges?
In terms of learning, I didn't really face any challenge. Yes, I didn't face any challenge, but in terms of, let me say, support, that was where the challenge was. Okay. But it was okay. The learning was okay. Yes.
People always want me to ask you about learning strategies. I don't know. I think everybody has their personal learning strategies, but I don't know. That's something folks are interested in, especially at the comments button, especially those coming after you. Yeah. So, anything you want to share?
So for me, I think what the key thing is having a passion for the NSMQ. With that, I think you are good to go. You can adopt any learning strategy. But when you have the passion, you do fine. Yes, you do fine.
What about general learning for WASI and other things? How did you, that's something like that?
Yes, and also you need to learn, like you need to know why you're learning. You just can't start learning. You need to know why you're learning, and yeah, you need to learn hard, very, very hard for NSMQ. But for on WASI level, just know why you're learning, and then look at the questions that were asked previously, and then know where to learn. Yes, and I think you'll be good to go if you adopt that strategy.
All right. So NSMQ has been on for a very long time, and some recently some schools were saying they may not be able to compete, they may not be able to get the support. How do you feel if such a competition doesn't come on?
I'll feel very, very bad, and to me it won't be a disadvantage, but it will be a disadvantage to both NSMQ and the contestants. Because as I said, NSMQ gave me a lot of exposure and it taught me a lot of lessons too. I got to interact with other contestants and I got to know a lot of things. And I think it would be a disadvantage to the contestants who were supposed to contest, who are supposed to contest.
Yeah.
And then on a part of NSMQ too, I think every year in year, as years go by, they get sponsors, and so cutting off NSMQ, they might lose sponsors. Yes, they might lose sponsors. Yes, that's what I think.
Okay. I think one thing that I would like to ask you, and I'm sure a lot of people would like to know, is what worked for Keta last year? What made you so brilliant? The whole country was so taken in by what you did. I mean, how did you do it?
It was consistency. No, we started going to the semi-finals not just let's say 2 years ago, but we were going to the semi-finals for some time. So it was time we went to the finals, and it was also due to hard work, and it was just a normal year for us that you had to go a little bit higher, go the extra mile now to reach the finals.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, what are your future ambitions? What do you want to do with this degree?
I would like to be a computer scientist and a web designer, and then also graphic design, like full stack web designer and graphic design. And I also have plans in going to cryptocurrency.
Nice.
That's blockchain technology, and I think that technology is crazy. That's what is going to take over the world in like the next 10 years or something. So I'm going to blockchain technology too. Yes, and eventually I'll become a businessman. Yes.
Nice one. You need some of those billions as well, right? Okay. So now we're getting to the end of this. But do you have any advice for the younger generation who might be watching you and are inspired by you?
Yeah, I think they should just, for me, I think following your dream, I believe in following your dream. Never give up on your dreams and always think of your dream, and that will help you to move higher. And then most importantly, you have to keep God first.
Yeah, keep God first. All right. So NSMQ has been on for a very long time, and some recently some schools were saying they may not be able to compete, they may not be able to get the support. How do you feel if such a competition doesn't come on?
I'll feel very, very bad, and to me it won't be a disadvantage, but it will be a disadvantage to both NSMQ and the contestants. Because as I said, NSMQ gave me a lot of exposure and it taught me a lot of lessons too. I got to interact with other contestants and I got to know a lot of things. And I think it will be a disadvantage to the contestants who were supposed to contest, who are supposed to contest.
Yeah.
And then on a part of NSMQ too, I think every year in year, as years go by, they get sponsors, and so cutting off NSMQ, they might lose sponsors. Yes, they might lose sponsors. Yes, that's what I think.
Vimbaz TV.